Hello, Scorpio. Let's talk about what is going to help you thrive in the week ahead. Today is Saturn Day, August the 30th, 2025. And I like to do these sessions on Saturday where we see what it is that we need to release from this week and what it is that is coming for next week and what kind of energies that we will benefit by embracing. So we're going to get into the Cozy Witch Tarot. We're going to receive messages from the Animal Spirit Oracle, Spirit Animal Oracle, and then we're going to finish our reading with an enchanted spell. Okay, Scorpio? So if you're ready to see what it is that you can benefit from releasing from this week, today, and all of the days, the 6 past days, and what it is that you can embrace so that you can thrive in the week ahead, let us know in the comment section. One way to let me know is to give the video a thumbs up. And listen, Scorpio, reserve your place in the sacred space. That means subscribe. It is free, Scorpio. So let's get into the messages. What is it that Scorpio can benefit from releasing from this week? What will Scorpio benefit from releasing from this week? And it is always best practices to release what is not serving you. Any kind of energy, anything that triggered you in maybe a negative way, anything that you know is keeping you stagnant, it's always best practices to release that. You understand? What is it going to be beneficial for Scorpio to release from this week and why? Because these cards have little messages on them, okay? What would it benefit Scorpio from releasing this from this week and why? And I don't want it to be too extensive, so if more than 3 cards come out, I'm just going to put it back. You understand? There we go. So, you got the 9 of Cups. So, I would say release the worry or any fear or any doubt that your wish or dream or something like that will not come true. If you feel like I'm just going in this rat race, my dreams and wishes are not being fulfilled at this moment, I don't know if they are going to be. I'm kind of looking at this in the reverse energy because we're talking about what to release from this week. Okay? And this would be a perfect energy to embrace for next week. Keep going. Don't give up. There's doors that are open for you. You understand? There's something significant about the vagabond life or the van life or something like that. If you live the van life, or if you wanted to live the vagabond van life and you've been hearing about the new laws and everything about the homeless and you can't live the van life and whatever like that. See, I feel like no matter what is going on, no matter what laws come into effect, it doesn't matter. If something is for you, if something was meant to happen for you, it is going to happen for you. It's like you will receive grace from the universe, which will be your highest self, because your highest self is saying, no, I don't care what these humans down here want to put into effect or whatever. I don't care about that. You were meant to do this and you're going to be protected. So I say, don't worry if you live that life. If you're facing homelessness, this may be what it is that you need to do. And if you're facing homelessness, this could be a situation like this is the blessing in disguise, the homeless situation, the eviction or whatever it is, because it's pushing you into this lifestyle. You may already know that you want to explore this way of living. Maybe you don't know just yet, but then when you're pressed into that situation, and there's something about small spaces, closed-in spaces and stuff like that. But when you're placed in this space, this is when you may realize, wow, this has been my saving grace. Okay? So, release any fear, any doubt, and just keep moving. That's your message for what to release. It says, live in a constant state of gratitude. Live in a constant state of gratitude. Okay, what is the energy to embrace for the week ahead for Scorpio? What to embrace for the week ahead for Scorpio. Oh, see, you got the World card. Wow, the World card, the Ace of Cups, the Chariot, and the Five of Pentacles. Wow. So all of this is really saying, in a nutshell, take care of yourself. Always continue to pour into yourself. This is saying that no matter what, even if you don't have support of anyone outside, and see, this is kind of like that homeless energy too. Somebody may be feeling like they're facing eviction. If you feel like you're facing eviction, go and get you a van. Some people are out here living in vehicles, a car, and they just get a car. With most cars nowadays, the half of the back seat will let down. They'll let down that seat and let down that front seat as much as they can, or whatever. Put a little twin mattress or something in there, and get them a little mini what is that, generator or something like that. Get them a hot plate. Get them a little rice cooker. Shoot. Get them a gym membership at the Planet Fitness so they can take a shower. You can go to truck stops and purchase a shower. You run around with no light bill, no water bill, no rent. You feel me? No renter's insurance, but you will have insurance on your vehicle. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's just so much. And then when you talk about like storage of this and that, you know what I'm saying? You may have to pay a storage fee, but you're talking about like food and stuff like that. You're going to pack light. You're going to have your little cooler, get you a little Yeti cooler. I know Yetis are expensive, but they are really, really worth it. But get you a regular cooler, doesn't matter. Get you a cooler, get you some ice, keep that cooler filled up, and this will be the universe saying, listen, this would be really your higher self saying, listen, you don't need all of that. You don't need to have a deep freezer full of this and that. You don't need to have even a freezer full of this or that, or a refrigerator full of this and that, and cabinets full of this and that, or whatever. You just need this little bit of stuff. And that's going to sustain you from week to week, or 3 days to 3 or 4 days, or something like that. And just go like that. Pack light. Pack light. Shoot, I've been in a position, and I'm not sitting here talking like I haven't been in a position where I have been homeless, because I let myself get outside of myself in a relationship. Some stuff went down. Some stuff got charged on me. And we had to, evacuate our apartment. I was on living on public housing. They gave me 3 days. I was homeless. I lived with my people for about 2 years. It was the most agonizing 2 years of my life, I believe, because, well, family sometimes. But anyway, listen, it's time for you to go. It's time for you to go and do things. Even if you cannot go real fast, just go slow, but go. The Chariot is saying, just go. Just move forward. This week, make some moves. Just move forward. You don't have to go fast. Just go, though. Baby steps. Pace yourself with the snail. Pace yourself. You understand? Could be something significant about taking a bike ride. The Chariot is saying, you'll never get anywhere if you keep standing still. You got to know that. You got to make some kind of moves this week. Go. Even if you have to go it alone, Five of Pentacles. Somebody don't support whatever it is, okay? This is not their life. This is not their life. This is about you. Ace of Cups. This is about what your heart, the cups, what your heart desires. You understand? And if it doesn't work out the way you envisioned, you can always, regroup. You can always regroup and move on and keep it moving. You can always regroup and keep it moving. Always. You understand? The Ace of Cups says, do you feel that in your heart? Do you feel that in your heart? That's potential. Then you have the World card. This is about movement. There's a lot about travel in the week ahead. This is about something ending. And like I said, initially, before I pulled the cards, didn't I say, listen, whatever is not serving you, it's over. It's done. Keep it moving. New chapter, new day. This is a new day. This is a new day. Wake up every day. This is a new day. What they be saying? This is the day the Lord has made. I shall rejoice in it. I think is what they say. Listen, rejoice in each day. Rejoice in each day. If there are very positive, high vibe moments that happened in the day prior, the weeks prior, and whatever, hold that space. But everything else, release it. This is Saturn energy. Learn from every day. Learn something every day. Learn something new every day. Even if it is a little smidget of information, learn something new every day. You understand? It's going to open up a world of possibility for you. I feel it. You understand? I believe that wholeheartedly. Okay? And it says, yeah, you did it. Now do something to celebrate a job well done. So this is saying, you know, that you're going to have some small achievements. The World card is connected to Saturn, which is going to give you Capricorn energy, and that's about achieving goals. Okay? Working hard and you know, to achieve a goal. And it doesn't mean working hard, beating yourself in the ground like that. But this is saying, like, keeping the faith and saying, even though this mountain, I see this mountain is huge, but I can see the peak of it. And as long as I can see the peak, and even if I get up this mountain halfway, I can't even see the peak of the mountain because the snow and whatever it is could be, you know, right here. I can't really see the peak, but I'm here. And as long as I take one step at a time, I know the peak is there. You understand? You know the wish fulfillment is there, the 9 of Cups. So just keep going. Just keep going. Just keep one step at a time. Okay? I want to go on a split so I can finish this. You got the star card. There it is. You got the star card. Have faith that healing is in the forecast. As long as you have faith, you're going to be fine. As long as you have faith, you're going to be fine. But it's a lot of times it's when you give up. And you find out you gave up too soon on something. You know what I mean? On that wish. There's the wish fulfillment also. We started with the wish fulfillment card, with one wish fulfillment card, which is the 9 of Cups. And we end the tarot spread with another wish fulfillment card, the Star. Ain't nobody going to tell me that their wish is not going to be fulfilled. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. In the week ahead, I feel like you have some kind of wish or dream or something like that is going to come true. Even if it is a little bitty small one. Because those little small ones add up. And you show gratitude for the small wins, the small victories, the small breakthroughs. And those small ones chip away at whatever is stagnating. It chips away at the rock. You see what I'm saying? And eventually with so many chips and cracks, and that we can call that like experience in life, chips and cracks and things like that. But what do those chips and cracks do? Eventually, something is going to break out. You understand? This could be your breakout week. Yeah, breakout and breakthrough week. Okay, so let's get some messages from the Spirit Animal Oracle and see what is coming through. Messages for you, Scorpio. Messages for you, Scorpio. Yeah, wishes get fulfilled this week. Wishes get fulfilled next week, Scorpio. Yes. Wishes get fulfilled next week for Scorpio. In the week ahead. Okay, so messages for Scorpio. You may have some people, I just saw the parrot. You may have some people that are going to be talking about you, but that's what they're going to do, what they're going to do. We have this otter spirit. It says you are never alone, okay? And that is what Spirit was telling you in the very first card. You see that dog right there? You're never alone, Scorpio. Ever. Okay? And the otter is folded up in kind of like a heart shape. Can you see that? Otters are about play. Also, the number 42 could be significant, as well as the number 6, Venus energy, love, money. Okay, bottom of the deck, you have the giraffe spirit with see the big picture, the number 29 coming through. See, the giraffe is so amazing because it's a land animal, but the neck is so tall. You may have to you may have been the kind of person that you always stick your neck out for people because you see potential in people. You can see the potential because the neck is so tall. Giraffes can see over trees and things like that. Giraffes can see what other land animals cannot see. You see what I'm saying? So they see the bigger picture. You can see, you have a vision for whatever is out there, but you still have to get to it. And you always stick your neck out for people, okay? Especially the ones you love. But with the Five of Pentacles, it seems like maybe you don't get the support in return. You don't get that reciprocal, the sixth energy thing. It's not reciprocal. There's no reciprocity. So you're like, where is the love? I don't know who sang that song. Where is the love? But the Otter is saying, like, play around, have fun in the week ahead. As much as you can. Handle your business, but have fun too if you can. You can. Okay. We also have top of the deck, the Moth spirit, the number 39, with surrender now. Yeah, today is Saturday. It is what it is. The week has been what the week has been. Next week will be better. That's the top of the deck energy. So this should be your main energy at this point today. It is what it is. The week has been what it has been. I'm going to release what's not serving me. And I'm going to just go with the flow. Surrender now. I'm just going to go with the flow. Something is over. It's over. It's the weekend. And I'm not worried about that. You know what I'm saying? It's the weekend. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to rest. Take time out. I'm going to rest. You know? Give me some sleep. I'm going to sleep in. You feel me? If you can. It's hard for me to even sleep in. I got up today at 6 something. No alarm clock, no nothing. I just, I can't just really sleep in to 8 and 9 and 10. Unless I've been up at like, get up about 2, 3 o'clock or something like that. And I'm up to 5 or 6 or something like that, doing some brainstorming, coming up with some kind of new creative venture or something like that. And then I'm asleep again by 5 or 6, and then I end up getting up by 8 or 9. But that's how it is. But since I've been doing Uber this past week, I started about 2 weeks ago, but I really only did about 3 days that first week. I've been trying to get myself to sleep if I get up in the middle of the night. Been trying to not dive down some rabbit hole or something like that, so I can kind of get up early. I'm down here at the charging station right now because I'm driving an electric car. And Uber allows you to partner with rental car companies. And so that's what I did. You know what I'm saying? But at Avis, and most of them are only allowing you to get electric cars because people were driving those and running those gas cars in the ground. They weren't going to get the services and things like that. So the charging is kind of inconvenient. So this is why I try to burn some time. You know what I'm saying? And I do the reading while I'm charging up. But anyway, Scorpio, let's see. Okay, you got the cow spirit coming through, the number 15, which would be devil card. And you have the master number 66 coming through also. Now, the devil card is Capricorn, Saturn energy. But it's not negative energy, right? It is, it is the energy of release, freedom, and not being manipulated. Watch out for people who try to manipulate and stuff like that. The cow spirit is right here on the number 15. And that's giving Taurus energy. Taurus is our opposite zodiac sign. Okay, Scorpio? So it's time to make that money. It's time to have a vision. Go after it. It's time to fly high. Okay, you got a white raven. Now, the white raven was here and it came in. Ooh, look at that. The white raven. This is a Native American story, right? The white raven came in as a companion to the white buffalo. to guide the white buffalo and everything. And it was when the Europeans came in, killed the white buffalo, killed a part of the white raven, and this is why we see black ravens and black crows now. They used to be white, and they came in with the white buffalo spirit. You can look that story up. You'll find it somewhere online, okay? Now, I had a dream about a white raven. And you know what was happening in that dream, and I'm going to share it with you because, I share a lot of my dreams with you. And I had I had an activation, okay, that day. So someone that I know was trying to pressure me into doing something I don't want to do. And I was like, I don't want to do that. And then the sky just opened up. A white raven came and flew right in and just kind of like sat in front of me. And I knew that it was magic. I knew magic happened. And I knew that I had an activation in that dream space. And this white raven says, trust in the magic. The cow spirit says the miracles are endless. The miracles are endless. Trust in the magic, Scorpio. The miracles are endless. Trust in the magic. One more. You got the scarab beetle. The number 52 is saying magic works through you. There it is. Magic works through you. And in like the ancient Egyptian culture, the scarab beetle is connected to like the pentacles. It is connected to abundance. You understand? It is on number 52, so that's 7. The week ahead is going to be a lucky week for you, Scorpio. Okay, let's get an enchanted spell and read what it is saying in the book, and then we will roll out. We'll roll out. Okay, let's get into the enchanted spell. Thank you for being here and staying all the way to this point, Scorpio. Okay, we'll take the top one. Oh, we got healing and rebirth. You got a healing and a rebirth that is happening this week. There's something significant. The healing card has salt. It says enchanted, lemon balm, eucalyptus, St. John's wort, and rose. And then on the rebirth card, it's talking about November 25th to December 23rd, the elderberry. Wow, didn't I say something about elderberry? We're going to read the rebirth. We're going to read the rebirth. I might read both. If you leave, you leave. You know what I'm saying? And then, whoever stays gets the healing and the rebirth. Yeah, because there's a death that is taking place. Something you're releasing, whatever is not working. That's the death of energy. And you got the healing phase. And then you got the rebirth. So this is telling me that something is metaphorically dead this week. And this Saturday, today is Saturday, and whatever you experienced this week, something is dead. And then you're in this transition phase right now. You're starting a healing phase. Today should be filled with healing energy. So, you know what I'm saying? And for the next however many hours after you see this, rest as much as you can. Tap into this energetic healing energy. And the rose came through. Remember, I was talking about something being cracked open. You got the rose energy right here. Salt, protection, you're protected. And you got the rebirth. You're in a healing phase right now because you are not clinging to the negativity. And that's for sure. And this is why magic is happening. This is why you're seeing the evidence of magic happening through you. This is why you'll see the evidence of miracles happen every day. For sure. So let's see what the healing card says. Because there's so much information in here. The healing card, the divination. We'll read the divination and the healing spell. And so the divination message is on page 45. That could be significant. 4 + 5 is 9. That's about something ending. Wrapping up. Endings. Ready for new beginnings. The appearance of the healing card. The appearance of the healing card indicates that you need to pay more attention to your health, even if it means just getting enough sleep. Self-healing is being gentle on yourself. It is important right now. Take the time to rest and rejuvenate. The confirmation of what I was just saying. Okay? Practice saying no to the demands of others when you need to. This is your time now. Scorpio, this is your time now. Yeah, this is your time now. The healing spell says the following spell can help begin a self-healing process. On the night of a dark moon, which would be like what we call the new moon. On the night of a dark moon, run a warm bath and light a black candle. Add a couple of drops of eucalyptus essential oil and a handful of salt to the water. Which a lot of you probably already do these anyway. But anyway, maybe you haven't in a while or something. I don't know. Soak in the bath and imagine any pain or discomfort in your body draining into the water. Focus on the candle and visualize the flame burning away stale or negative energy, both within yourself and in the room and just in the world. You know what I'm saying? When you have finished your bath, release the plug and watch the water carrying away the ill health down the drain. Gather the candle and bury it into the earth so that it may drain any residual worries into the ground. You may like to keep the healing card, if you had this deck or whatever, in the area, or, I would just say just hold that space in the belief that any negativity has drained away. Okay? So now let's go to the rebirth. Wow, I'm open right up to it. Look, I'm holding this and open right up to the rebirth. The number 91 could be significant. Rebirth is our energy anyway. Rebirth is our energy anyway, Scorpio. So the rebirth says transformation, victory, completion. The tree elder, it says the tree elder is an incredibly useful plant in medieval times. It was in medieval times. It was used for its soothing properties in beauty products and was often transformed into wine, champagne, and cordial. Traditionally, many woodwind instruments were made with elder wood. The elder tree has strong associations with the fairy folk, with legend proclaiming that the best place to catch a glimpse of a fairy is underneath an elder tree. The number 91 could be significant for you as well. The number 10, the magician, a lot of hermit energy, ninth house energy, which would be, what was that card? Number 45. That was, I thought that might have been the giraffe. I don't know. But anyway, the symbolism of this card, it says the priestess of rebirth contemplates life beneath a botanical wheel of elder leaves, berries, and flowers. She is clothed in deep pink and violet, the colors of insight and self-knowledge. This priestess is associated with the winter solstice, Yule time, the period between November 25th and December 23rd in the northern hemisphere. Beside her is a Celtic horse, the spirit animal of the elder tree. In medieval times, bunches of strong-smelling elder leaves were tied around a horse's harness to keep away disease-carrying flies. The divination of this says when the rebirth card appears, some kind of transformation is about to take place. And I really feel like what has happened, I don't know if you saw the community tab post when I posted that dead dragonfly that I found in this vehicle. And I said, there comes a point when the transformation is over. You've transformed and you've done what you needed to do to transform. Okay, you're healing and restoring from that transformation right now. And now it's time for your rebirth. You know what I'm saying? We're always transitioning and whatever like that. But it's time for a new chapter, the next phase. And you had the world card that came out, remember? Which means to me, I'm telling you, I do believe that a phase, a chapter is over. And next week, you're going to experience some miracles. You're going to experience some miracles, some magic. You definitely are. And the miracles are endless. man, you're going to see the magic that's working through you, and it's going to be evident inside of your 3D reality into your life. That's what I believe. Okay. Wow. You are about to enter into some kind of transformation is about to take place, and you're about to enter a brand new phase in your life. And I know we're all at different junctures in our journeys. So you may be about to go through a transformation, and it may be tough. That world card energy, Saturn energy is not easy. Transformation is not easy, and you know that. You're a Scorpio. So by the time you at this point, you know it's not easy, but you know you always break through. You always break through. You have to, because you're here. And I know this is not your first transformation. I know it's not. Because we go through it as kids. You see what I'm saying? Little kids. You know. For some it's a hard knocks life. You know. But you're about to enter into a brand new phase in your life. Rebirth promises victory over a challenge. And with it, you become wiser, stronger, and more compassionate. And especially with yourself. And with other people too. Because you realize, listen, that they just do foolish things because they don't know any better. And if they knew better, they definitely would not have, screwed over or been mean to or sent any ill energy or anything like that to me, a Scorpio. You see what I'm saying? So you show compassion to the people. You don't forget what they did, and you don't keep falling into the trap and letting them keep getting a win over you or whatever. You end it. Because it ain't nothing to cut them off. You know what I'm saying? You end it. But sometimes I know it is hard to cut people off because you got such a big heart, but you cut them off. Show compassion, because if they knew better, they would have never have done you this way or that way if they had known better. So you keep it moving. This card, it has similarities to the Death card in the tarot, of course, for it is a card of endings and beginnings and of letting go. The Elder Leaf spell says this spell uses the leaves of the elder tree to bring victory over a challenge. And that challenge is that Five of Pentacles energy that came out. Fives are challenges. Fives are change. Five is the Hierophant also. So if you stay committed and dedicated and you press through and you say, listen, I'm not here to just suffer. I have to pour into myself. I have to love myself enough to keep going. Period. I love myself enough to not go hard and be, mean to myself or down on myself. It is what it is. It says, fill a glass bowl or a chalice, a cup of water. And you remember I told you, look, this is like some tea or something with the honey in there. Listen, I'm telling you. And that bear spirit came through here talking about take time out. Something really sweet and amazing is on its way to you. You hear me? Fill a glass bowl or chalice with water. Place 3 freshly picked elder leaves in the water, and on top of the leaves, place a floating candle. Light the candle, watching as a little beam of light magically bounce around the water. Oh, that is, I just saw that. That's beautiful. Know that just as this bowl is filled with light and magic, so are you. Gaze into the water and whisper, may the elder leaves and fire fulfill my desires. I told you, wishes coming true. They're 9 of Cups and come through for none. State your desires out loud and know that they will come to pass. Okay? There's something real significant about the number 39 and 93. The last message on this is on page 93, and then you had the 39. So it's something that's in your heart, Scorpio, that you are wishing for. And as within, so without. Something in your heart desire, your dream or wish or something like that is going to be fulfilled. Okay? In the week ahead. But they may not be major big things. So pay attention to all the little magic that is going to happen in your life this week, because I can guarantee it is. I see it all the time, and I know that this energy is not just for me. You hear me? So those are the messages, Scorpio. Thank you so much for spending all this time with me. And until next time, we'll see you in another video.